Hey there everybody, this is part 3 of WTF is Redstone. I managed to fix the house after the end of the last video when everything was burning. All I had to do was put glass over, and now there's no embers shooting out and setting everything on fire, so that's all safe. It still works. I managed to fix it after the redstone got burnt, but it works. And now it's time for some music. And I was just spent a little time off camera trying to figure out which one makes piano, and turns out it's dirt. They go pretty high. And so, I mean, I could probably think of something better than that, which is why I'm going to try and wire everything together. I'm going to make a estimate. Yeah, I'm going to make a rough guess and assume that you probably can't have them this close together. And so now that I think of it, I'm going to need to have just like probably spaces of 1 in between each. So I'm just going to have this entire row of dirt. And now have, for example, note block, note block, note block, note block. And so this is the low note, slightly higher. There we go. And now I'll get rid of all this redstone. And I'll stand maybe here. So this is what'll set everything off, the middle piece. Now I need to use this, and to have it just kind of like junction off.
Avast virus database has been updated.
Just for the record, this mightn't actually work. Oh wow, it does. So this sets off everything at once, but that, as you can probably tell, just sounds terrible. It's just like, you know, mashing the piano with your hands. And so now, oops, repeater isn't in my hand anymore. So I'm going to have to try and start using a repeater to have a delay. So I'll try and put a repeater here and see if it works. Okay, I don't understand why that happens after. I'll try. Okay, it makes no sense. Okay, that didn't work out as planned, but I'll try something else. And put a repeater here. Okay, that just didn't do anything. All it is really when you're doing it this way is just experimenting and seeing, placing in different places. Don't understand. Okay, so that's the only way I can get that one working without using a repeater for everything. So in that case I'm going to clear this all out and use 5 repeaters. It also matters which direction you place them in, which I'm only kind of realizing now. Oh. That didn't work as well as I thought. I think I'm going to get rid of 1, just so I can use all of the settings. So this is setting 1, this is setting 2, setting 3, and setting 4. So It's all happening at the same time. But you can see, if you watch the repeaters carefully, then you'll be able to see that they flash in order. And it goes do-do-do-do, do-do-do, and then they go off in the same order. But all these blocks still happen to go in the same order. So I think I'm gonna have to like... Oops. I think I'm gonna have to try doing some work with this. And I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look like there's enough room inside. So I think I'm gonna have to take this one outside. Because everything is dirt out there as well, so I'm gonna have to go digging loads of stuff away. So if I find a big enough stretch... It's a fancy little personal island too. That's like separated from everywhere else. It's a pretty isolated place that I spawned in. Also, if I ever need to go underground for any reasons at all, then I have a cave. Okay, it's not there, but it's somewhere. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, this... I know digging all this stuff is unnecessary. I could have just done it the opposite way around, but you know, it's too late now. I've already started. Right, okay. So next, note block, note block, note block, note block. Because you see, I'm not sure then how much the actual distance between, you know, between the activation, the button or the switch, whatever. I don't know if the distance between that and the actual objects make a huge difference. So I'm going to try this now and see what happens. And branch it off like this and I have to connect all four. And hopefully it'll work differently. Huh. Apparently not. So I'm going to try and put a repeater here and see what happens. Okay, I think I'm getting somewhere now. I think I had a bit too much, they were all too close together. So now I have the 1, 2, 3, 4 system set up. There we go. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And okay, that's only 4 notes, obviously. There's no more. So what do I want to do if I want to have something that plays with more than 4 notes? Well, I don't know. I mean, I know it's possible because I've heard it. I mean, just all you have to do is look up, like, you know, note block songs or whatever. Like, again, just Google it. But you know, I mean, this is gonna probably be totally wrong. Oop, I had to put it in the right direction. And now I'm just gonna put on 1 extra note block. I had a completely higher note altogether. I should think I'm gonna fill this in too, just because there's an annoying gap. Okay, that plays at the same time as that one. Now this is another experiment that I've never seen before, but I'm sure it makes sense if you think about it. What happens if you put down 2 repeaters? I think this is it. It acts as an extra delay. So basically there's the 1, 2, 3, 4 settings on that. But then if you add on an extra repeater, it delays the activation of the first 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically this overrides that. And so yeah, there's a noticeable one. Like if I set it up to the highest, then you'll clearly notice the difference. Right. And so this works at exactly the same tempo as the last one did. Okay, then I'm just trying to think, do I have enough time? So this one, I have a space, and then that. I think. I'm just trying to think of where the where this all branches off. Oh, it's getting dark outside and everything. Yeah, I think there's actually no harm in trying this once more with even more notes. So this goes here. Oops. This goes here and this goes here. Now I'll place even more note blocks. And so this goes 1. Hold on, let me count this out. This is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's good. And so now I need to set these to the can't even see anything. That's setting number 1, 2, 3, and setting number 4. So now hopefully this will create an even bigger music. I'm just going to turn up the volume and the sound. No, they said at the same time. I'll add on a delay to see how long it takes to work. No. I'll put up to the highest delay. There we go. Oh yeah, by the way, that isn't actually a piano, I think it's a harp. I made a mistake, but now that I realise it. That is beautiful. There we go, and that is actually possibly my biggest Redstone construct so far. So realistically, it's not actually that difficult. I mean, circuitry and electronics, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not great with it. I don't have a massive extensive knowledge. I've never like got any lessons or learned anything. I mean, before I got this little kit where you could like program your own alarm, and in the end I don't think I even got it working properly, because I wired something wrong and so it activated at the wrong time. But, you know, Redstone is actually pretty simple. Once you learn that, mainly all the repeaters are used for is for a slight delay. Excuse me, I hiccuped. For a slight delay, I think that's their only purpose, and that's mainly what they're used for. I think they might also be used to extend circuits. If it goes too far, then it won't work. Like if I try and extend it over there, then it won't work. But when you're close range, then it adds like a very slight pause until it activates. And then as long as you have enough room between things, like you can't just have a really enclosed circuit unless it's something very, very simple, like making a dispenser shoot or opening a door. But then for the bigger things, you're going to need a lot more room. I mean, I could have done this all underground, and like later on I will move it all underground, but for now this episode's nearly over. But realistically, this is my 3rd episode, and I honestly didn't know anything about Redstone when I started. So, well, I knew a little bit, obviously, like, 'cause it's hard to play Minecraft without it. But yeah, I know it's actually pretty simple. Like, I made